What are some of your unethical life hacks? I always pick rock and rock paper scissors against my sister or in front of my sister. I end up doing dishes more, ect. But the odd time I really need something I pick scissors. She's always going on about how I'm so dumb for always picking rock but I know what's up. Reminds me of this joke. A young boy enters a barber shop and the barber whispers to his customer, "This is the dumbest kid in the world. Watch while I prove it to you." The barber puts a dollar bill in one hand and 2 quarters in the other, then calls the boy over and asks, "Which do you want, son?" The boy takes the quarters and leaves the dollar. "What did I tell you?" said the barber. "That kid never learns." Later, when the customer leaves, he sees the same young boy coming out of the ice cream store and says, "Hey, son, may I ask you a question? Why did you take the quarters instead of the dollar bill?" The boy licked his cone and replied, "Because the day I take the dollar, the game's over." Whenever I go to a big chain movie theater, I get my tickets from those electronic kiosks they have at the front, and I buy the child's price tickets. They're way cheaper. The guy ripping the tickets never gives a shit. I'm always prepared to say, "Oops, did I buy a kid's ticket by accident? Sorry." If I ever get caught, but I've done this at least a dozen times and have never been called on it. Used to rip tickets myself. The only thing I checked for was the movie name and show time, and even then it was only the top ticket. If you give them a stack of tickets to rip, they're definitely not going to pick through them one by one. You can take your entire, extended, family to the movies for the price of an elementary school field trip. If you're still worried about them checking the tickets, announce which screen and movie you're seeing as you hand over the tickets. And also ask them where the bathroom is after they point you to your screen. If you did this specifically, you could probably trick a ticket ripper into inadvertently destroying a stack of $100 bills. If you look like you know what you're doing, no one will bother you. To prove this in college, a friend and I walked into the student union holding a clipboard, walked straight over to a table, picked it up and walked out with it without anyone saying anything. A friend works with me in the IT department at our college. We're student workers. One time he walked right into campus safety and took one of their monitors and walked out. No questions asked. Never tell vendors for your wedding that you're hiring them for a wedding. It's an event or reunion. Big price difference. Had a co-worker who got recently married and she said the exact same thing. People will jack up the prices for weddings knowing that couples are not thinking about cost. If you're hungry and it's between 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. you can get free continental breakfast from pretty much any hotel you walk into. It helps if it's busy. Edit. I'm glad my top comment ever is about being a dirtbag. Wear a suit. Carry a newspaper. Get away with everything. This is all part of a much bigger life hack. Always pretend like you belong somewhere. Keep your head up, your back straight, and walk with purpose. If you look nervous or sketchy, people won't trust you. You act confident. People will rarely question why you're somewhere you don't actually belong. Occasionally, when I go through a particular KFC drive-through 5 minutes before closing, a 3-piece meal order magically turns into an 8-piece with a large side or 2. I worked in a fast food restaurant. You will get more food from just about anywhere. That being said, that food will be old, cold, and likely not in the best shape. It's not like the place is making tons of fresh food 10 minutes before they close. As a broke college student, I don't mind a cold yet free chicken finger, but just keep that in mind.